Ah, the DSi. Lots of you are enjoying your own indie games on your DSi's. It can almost even get addicting at how much you want to collect so many great titles that are really inexpensive. But what about Japanese DSi games? What are they like? Are there as many good indie games for their Japanese DS? Well, do you like ninjas, cute little critters, puzzle, and fighting games? Well then yes. Yes, there are.
Oh yeah.
Now we begin this list with a cute little title called Shinobi Karakuriden. It's similar to the Hagelman game from Retro Game Challenge, but it's a good little title in its own way. It's an interesting little game where you have to get your ninja to the door on the far end. To open the door, you have to slice all the gears that are holding it closed with your ninja toe. Once all of them are destroyed, the door opens and you can move on. Now there are enemies shooting at you or just coming at you to try to stop you. Also, when you land on a panel, it disappears from underneath you, leaving you high and dry, with another one sometimes appearing elsewhere. You also have until the candles melt away, so you have to act quickly. You can fall into the door from any direction, and you can collect gold to raise your high score as well. You jump automatically. You jump higher by pressing and holding up when you jump. Press the B button to shoot forward from wherever your character is. You press the A button to swing your sword. You will only cut the gears if you hit them in a specific spot. Press start to pause. All the menus are in English here, so it'll be a cinch to pick up and play right off the bat. Now for our next one, it's a puzzle game. And you know me and puzzle games, and this one is no exception. Black Block. The concept is simple. Get your stick figure to the door. He can walk in or fall in, but you just need to get him to the door before time runs out. In the way are blocks. You can collect, rearrange, and replace one block at a time, and it'll be essential for you to use your head during this game. Once again, you control the character with the D-pad. To take and place a block, press the A button. You can climb onto a block one level taller than yourself by pressing forward. You can fall any distance without dying, but you cannot change the direction of your fall once you start. Like Shinobi Karakuriden, you can get into the door from any direction, even by falling. There are 3 levels of play, with each one being more difficult than the next. And time here is short, so you really have to work those brain muscles to get through to the next stage. Challenging and interesting, this is one game that will not disappoint and will give you many head-scratching games in a row. Then we have reverse shooting, which is a reverse shoot 'em up. Now this game is interesting in that you play with your DSi upside down. In shmups, you usually play the good guy catching power-ups and destroying the swarms and swarms of enemies. But now, you play the swarms of enemies, and you're trying to blow up that little ship. To do this, you use the touchpad, and either throw the ships in a specific direction, or touch them to make them shoot. You can even move them to a better position to make them take that little guy down. And don't allow him to get a power-up, or else that's going to make your life miserable. Once you hit him twice, then you move onto your next stage. The menus are all in English, and so navigation is super simple. And even though it's by Tecmo, it really does feel like an indie game. This is definitely one that you should play with your friends, since they can play the hero in 2-player mode. Or maybe you'd just like to help the little Kappa in Kappa Mitchie. Now this one's going to be a tad more challenging to start since it has so much Japanese text. To control the Kappa, you will take hold of the glowing light that's behind him and move it along the path that you want him to move along. To move the screen, touch the screen and move it. Very simple. The main object of the game is to get the Kappa into the opposite pool. You drag the glowing light and move him along the paths that you lay out. But evil doesn't want you to succeed, so it sends out this demonic hand to follow the path that you make and try to get the Kappa. and you only have so much path that you can lay out in front of him, so you have to be careful. If you ever want him to stop or want to change the path, click on the scissors. If you pass over this small divot in the ground, a small helper Kappa will pop out and follow you. These guys will help you by either making themselves into little bridges for you to access areas, or to beat up enemies, or to even open up little areas that have lots of gold coins. You want to try and collect as many of these little guys as you can. Now to start the real game, this little golden fish will want you to swim around a bit. Then he'll ask you to practice moving the screen around a bit. Then you'll want to do both. Once you get a gold key and open up one of these chests, you want to press this button to go back to the main screen. Then you'll start towards the main game. Move your little Kappa up to the top of the screen and let him go to the surface through this light that's coming through the water. You'll choose a level to play, with new levels being unlocked when you finish the previous ones. So finally, we have the main game. And this is a game that everyone will love, young and old alike. I mean, how can you resist this cute little face? So cute! One cannot help but love this little guy and want to try to get him to his destination and get as many little friends following him as possible. And there's tons of things to unlock in this game. If you catch fish, you have a chance of fattening the little guy up. Eating red fish will cause new fish to pop up in the main screen. There's a mini game where you have to collect all the little numbers in order, collect the star, and get to the end without falling into the pits. Man, this is just one packed game. So, to wrap things up, puzzles, platformers, anybody can pick up and play these games. But that doesn't mean that everyone will like them. I chose a wide variety of games in the hopes that one of them may appeal to you. None of these games are what you would call insanely difficult. Each one has its own difficulty, but each one is enjoyable and playable by pretty much everyone. The graphics on these games is simple and enjoyable. For Kappa Mitchie, I love that little guy's animations. For all the games, the music is good and not so awful or repetitive that you would want to turn down the volume. None of these have storyline elements except for Kappa Mitchie, and some are easier to understand than others. But that's also why I hope that some of these games are ported overseas. The controls are simple. None of them will ever leave your head scratching. It's the simplicity of these games that will let you show your friends in seconds how to play them, and have them enjoy them as well. Now, I'm still playing these games myself, but that shows how replayable they are. I chose the ones that I liked the most. All of them are $2 except for Kappa Mitchie, which is $5. And these games are super inexpensive, making all of these games a steal. Now, I love Nintendo, but they do have a region lock for their DSi downloadable games. Meaning that while you can play cart games on any system from any region, you can only get Japanese downloadable games on a Japanese system. Okay, that may not sound so great, but it is rumored that some of these games will be coming stateside. So keep an eye out for them. And let's hope that more games are to follow as well, because they're all pretty groovy. Hello? Hello? Oh boy.